Hello. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to the SportPad with Eugene Tabamanganye, the F1 Grand Prix blog or vlog rather. So today we're going to focus on the Austrian Grand Prix that happened yesterday. An epic race. Finally, after some bit of couple of races that were a bit dull, but this one had action aplenty. Yes, this was the second of 3 back-to-back races. So remember that last weekend it was the France Grand Prix, now the Australian, and then we're going to close off with the Silverstone Grand Prix in Britain next week. This weekend rather. So yeah, there was a lot happening. We saw Lewis Hamilton claiming the overall lead last weekend by 14 points. He came with that advantage. That was after the Mercedes team had upgraded their engine, and this time around they also upgraded, I think, their hydraulics. They also upgraded that, so it meant that they are on a roll, and they were hard to beat. We saw in the first practice and the second practice they were possibly unbeatable. With the Bottas and Hamilton both fending off the challenge from the other drivers as well. Coming to Saturday, the third practice, we saw Vettel coming back and taking that one, but coming to the qualifiers, both the Mercedes drivers were just a class above. And then that's when Bottas claimed his first pole of the season to go into Sunday morning. And then Sunday came, and then it was like, wow. We wanted to see Bottas, after all the drama he had faced, after all the bad luck he had faced. We wanted to see him taking this one, without any incident, romping to that victory. But it wasn't to be. First corner, we saw at the start there Lewis Hamilton overtaking everybody. Nice start by Vettel, and also Kimi Räikkönen for just a while, and then until when they came, I think it was 10-7, when they both went off and crossed the chicane there, and they lost a couple of places. But surprisingly, Kimi Räikkönen was able to reclaim his position back. The Grand Prix went along. Bottas 14th lap, I think, he retired. And it was sad to see, because I think I saw a tweet from Nico Rosberg, saying sport at times it can be so unfair, because this guy, if we can take out all the bad luck that happened to him, he should be, if not one of the leaders, the leader of this season, but unfortunately he hasn't won. We saw after he pulled over, and then there was a virtual safety car, it was on, and then all the other drivers, the Ferrari and the Red Bull drivers, went into the pit. Unfortunately, the Mercedes team didn't call Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton carried on, and the virtual safety car was called off. Now, it meant that Lewis Hamilton didn't get the chance to pit. When he finally did, he came back in 4th place, just in front of Sebastian Vettel, and it was now advantage to Red Bull, advantage also to Ferrari. So he was angry. You could hear when he talked to Toto Wolff that what happened. 8 seconds. What was that? And we had the head of strategics in Mercedes also coming out and telling Lewis that, hey, it was my fault. The timing that I put, it was that the virtual safety car would stay in a little bit longer, but unfortunately it didn't. So I cost you a win. I'm sorry about that. That was Mr. James rather. Then, unfortunately, I think with 9 laps to go, we saw Lewis Hamilton's, I think they said it's hydraulic pressure, failing, resulting in his first DNF in 34 races. Just imagine, 33 consecutive races, finishing in points. That's a phenomenal record, but unfortunately he wasn't able to finish. Also, it was the first time Mercedes didn't finish since the Spanish Grand Prix in 2016, when Verstappen, the winner of yesterday, also won on that day on his debut. So yeah, it was like that. Verstappen won, Kimi Räikkönen got his second place, as he usually does. We know Kimi Räikkönen doesn't win races. I think the last time he won one, it was in 2013 or something. I think it was in Melbourne in 2013. And then Sebastian Vettel came in on third. This was after Sebastian Vettel. Remember, on Saturday he qualified third, but was given a 3-place grid penalty after, I think he also disturbed one of the Renault drivers on Saturday. So he was given that 3-place grid penalty. And this continues the sort of, I don't know if I should say bad luck or say lack of professionalism or the mistakes that Vettel usually is doing at the moment consistently. So, and I think this was the 7th in the last 9 races. So basically Verstappen was our winner, but Daniel Ricciardo also didn't finish. So Verstappen was our winner, and as I told you, the Ferrari drivers came in on 2nd and 3rd. The Haas drivers, Roman Grosjean and Magnussen, was 4th and 5th, which was the best finish in terms of the overall team in their 50th race. So the Haas is doing very, very well in that regard. And also I should give a special mention to Fernando Alonso, who started in the pit lane and came on to finish 8th. That's a phenomenal drive. For me, he was the driver of the day by far, because to come from the absolute back to finish 8th, it tells you the stature of the man. So as I told you, we've already had I think about 9 races. Each team, Ferrari, Red Bull and Mercedes, have won 3 each, with Lewis Hamilton winning 3, Vettel winning 3, and also Ricciardo winning 2 and 1 by the driver of the yesterday's winner, Max Verstappen. Now Ferrari is taking over the Constructors' Championship as well, I think with 10 points, and also Sebastian Vettel is 1 point ahead. We are now starting to see the championship changing hands by the week. Last week it was Hamilton with 14 points. This week is Vettel with 1 point. A couple of weeks back it was Vettel with 1 point. A couple of weeks back it was Lewis Hamilton with 14 points again. So this is an exciting season, and with I think about 12 races still to go. You shouldn't miss anything. Definitely you shouldn't miss this vlog, because I will be giving you every highlight that has happened throughout the entire season from now on. So join me again next weekend around, when we will be going to Lewis Hamilton's home Grand Prix, which is the British Grand Prix in Silverstone, where he normally dominates. So until then, let's continue to enjoy. I'll give you anything. If I get any gossip, I will make an emergency vlog for you. But for now, let's meet again next week. There's my contacts. You can catch me there on any one of those. Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp. Also on my YouTube, on my email. I also have my blog on, which is sportspad.wordpress.com. You can catch me there as well. Let's talk. Let's exchange ideas. If you also want me to invite you on one of these vlogs, you're welcome. So thank you so much for joining me. Let's meet again next time around, when we'll be talking everything other sports as well. Thank you.